of what was happening between us. We didn't think that that was anybody else's business. Yeah, and I did that eye roll not so much for me.
Wow!
By making it together.
Yeah.
You know.
People only think in terms of sex.
The only way that you can get to the other side.
Looks to me and he says, Jada, I meant no harm. And so, and where we've gone and lived.
Jada Pinkett Smith opens up. Pinkett Smith has opened up about the now famous incident that occurred during the Oscars, in which her husband, Will Smith, confronted comedian Chris Rock with a slap in the face on live television after Rock had made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's hair. Will Smith had gone up to the stage at the Oscars to confront Rock after Rock had made the remark. In an interview with People to promote her new biography titled Worthy, the actress stated that she believed the amazing moment was part of an elaborately orchestrated performance beforehand. "I thought this is a skit," Pinkett Smith said about her initial reaction. "I was thinking to myself, there's no way Will struck him. I didn't even realize it wasn't a skit until Will started walking back to his chair, and that's when I started laughing."
I'm like, what is going on right now?
Keep my wife's name
out of your
Yes,
mouth,
yes,
right? And I'm
yes.
like, there were different stages in my marriage where Will and I decided we were not together.
Uh-oh, Richard! Oh, wow!
Oh, wait. Keep my wife's name out your mouth!
I'm going to, okay? Okay.
I know who's here.
After 20 years, she knows your scent.
I know the touch, I know the scent, I know the energy, everything.
A guy who, I mean, on that kind of stage to do something so insane.
Absolutely.
The actress claims that the first question she asked Will Smith after the Academy Awards had concluded, and after Will Smith had won the award for Best Actor for his performance in King Richard was, "Are you okay?" The entirety of the chain of events is undoubtedly ingrained in the memories of many people. But for those of you who don't quite remember everything that went down, here's a quick rundown. Rock, a former host of the Oscars, stepped on stage to present the award for Best Documentary. During his introduction time, he utilized the opportunity to crack a few jokes, including one about Pinkett Smith, who suffers from alopecia, perhaps starring in a sequel to G.I. Jane because her head was shaved. Rock's brother said in a later interview that the comedian was unaware of Pinkett Smith's illness. Will Smith, who was in the crowd at the time, responded to the jibe by shouting at Rock and telling him, in part, that the comedian should keep the name of my wife out of your mouth. Then Will Smith stepped up to the stage, slapped Rock across the face, and walked off stage. Rock reportedly refrained from giving a remark in response, and the event continued as scheduled despite this development.
I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife.
That was a nice one, okay.
I told her, we were just talking about that, I said, that look of love that I saw when you all walked onto this carpet, my goodness.
She continued, it's like wine, she gets better and better with age. What is
Officially separated, we agreed that she had to make herself happy.
But now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on, our separate lives. So I think within that is where people...
Will Smith eventually took home the award for Best Actor, at which point the audience gave him a partial standing ovation. After that, he attended the Vanity Fair Oscar party to celebrate his long-awaited victory at the Academy Awards. The following day, though, things went from bad to worse in a hurry. Will Smith issued an apology for his behavior, during which he notably didn't mention Rock or the slap during his acceptance speech for Best Actor, and he later resigned from his position with the Academy. Will Smith was eventually barred from attending any Academy events for a period of 10 years as a result of a decision made by the Board of Governors of the Academy. However, he is still eligible to accept a nomination. Will Smith has issued a number of public apologies and discussed the incident in a number of televised interviews, the most notable of which was with Trevor Noah. Rock, on the other hand, devoted a significant amount of his most recent Netflix special, titled Selective Outrage, to discussing the slap at the Oscars, as well as the wedding of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith.
when he's just sitting there?
And Will's still talking. He's like,
Oh.
he's still, because now he's mad because Chris is talking to me.
You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem.
No, Chuck, because we've survived.
Yeah,
you know.
we've survived.
You know, and that's the thing that is.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith pack on the PDA at the Golden Globes.
I definitely would have hugged you more. I'll start now.
And I think this is really important, but the fact that there could be a jab at where we didn't, we didn't tell the public, right?
Chris Rock amidst Oscar slap incident. During the course of her book promotion, Jada Pinkett Smith disclosed that she and Will Smith went their separate ways 7 years ago and have since had completely separate lives. The actress also said in her interview with People that Rock allegedly asked her out on a date in the past, during a time when the tabloids were reporting that Will Smith and Pinkett Smith had broken up. I believe that during each summer, all of the reports that stated that Will and I were going to have a divorce would be made public. Chris was under the impression that we were going to end our marriage during this specific summer, so he contacted me and basically said, "I'd love to take you out," and I accepted his invitation. And I was like, "What the heck do you mean?" He responded with something along the lines of, "Well, aren't you and Will getting a divorce?" My response was, "No, Chris, those are nothing more than rumors." He was taken aback by it. In an interview with the legendary publication, Pinkett Smith stated that her ex-husband profusely apologized and that the matter was resolved. In the wake of the Oscar slap, Rock is said to have purportedly extended an apology to Pinkett Smith, according to the latter.
He can't win!
It's like it's from surviving.
We've come through some stuff.
I saw that. I was like, oh, that's what the real love thing looks like.
Now go get some Merlot and take a rest.
Jada and I have, we weathered some storms, and that's really, for me.
And I couldn't really take in his apology.
How unusual for Will.
And we just didn't want people to know the dynamic.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
And I go, Chris, this is about some old shit. That's all I could think to say,
Yeah.
right?
That was a greatest night in the history of television.
Chris made his way to the lowered portion of the platform where he apologized to me personally. He apologized and stated, "I didn't mean any harm to you." I responded by telling him, "Chris, I can't talk about this right now. This is some old shit," she said, alleging that she thought Rock was talking to their contentious public arguments in 2016 over the Oscars, when Rock was the host, and Pinkett Smith organized a boycott due to the Academy's refusal to nominate black actors for awards. I thought this was about the Oscar 2016 and their stuff that they had before I even came into the picture in the late 80s, she said. I was wrong. I'm going to have to defer to Will and Chris when it comes to discussing that, but I can assure you that they got their stuff. Pinkett Smith has never before gone into such detail on the Oscar smack. This is the first time she has done so. Previously, she had issued a brief and ambiguous comment on Instagram about healing, and had also briefly referenced the incident on her Facebook show, Red Table Talk. Pinkett Smith stated the previous year that her deepest hope is that these two intelligent and capable men have the opportunity to heal, talk this out, and reconcile. My deepest hope is that these two intelligent and capable men have the opportunity to heal. Given the current situation of the world, we require both of them, and in reality, our dependence on one another is greater than it has ever been. To pass the time until then, Will and I will continue to do what we have been doing for the past 28 years, which is to keep working together to figure out what it is that they call life. I appreciate you taking the time to listen.
And his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses...
Do you look at her sometimes, you're like, this is better than ever?
No, I look at her, I'm like, you know what, babe?
Welcome to the Authors Club. I love you endlessly.
And I had to make myself happy. And then we were going to present ourselves back to the relationship.
Now, I'm just out of it because I'm really worried about.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
This a gangster right here in front of y'all. This little one here, a gangster. Rider.
It's totally out of character.
It's not him whatsoever.
And to Jada's surprise,
he know I can't have no more love.
It's friendship versus marital prison.
Living separately since 2016. Jada Pinkett Smith has made another shocking revelation after she disclosed her 7-year-long separation from Will Smith. While talking to Today, the 52-year-old actress revealed that she and Will have been living separately since 2016. Moreover, the New York Times reported that 2 years ago, Jada gifted herself a home in the suburban Los Angeles community on her 50th birthday and moved out of the house she shared with Will, located in Calabasas, California.
That's why I can't divorce that joker.
Might have thought that, oh, they must be having an open relationship.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Difficult that people don't understand about love. You think it's all flowers and everything, but love gets created.
Can I just say something honestly?
Other partners, but you just have to be respectful with each other.
tell it bothered you. You did my role.
Right. I was actually thinking about divorcing, separating. I mean, there have been several of those.
He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord.
Will and Jada kept sparking breakup news over the years after the latter confessed to infidelity on web series Red Table Talk. The episode aired in 2020, where the Girls Trip actor came clean to Will about being involved with singer August Alsina. After he asked her to specify more details about her relationship, Jada said, "I was in a lot of pain and I was very broken." She shared her views on creating a family with the New York Times, saying, "We enjoyed our family, but for us, marriage is like a cornerstone. Who knows in 10 years?" Will and Jada got married in 1997 and share 2 children, Jaden and Willow Smith. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.